Imagine buying an ice cream cone in America and getting fined for it. Sounds ridiculous, right? But in the early 1900s, officials in parts of the United States seriously debated restricting ice cream cones because they believed they were dirty, unhealthy, and creating chaos on city streets. And one of the most talked about places connected to this strange controversy was New Jersey. To understand why this happened, you have to go back more than 100 years. Around 1904, America was changing fast. Cities like New York City, Chicago, and Philadelphia were crowded, noisy, and packed with factories, horse wagons, and street vendors. Public hygiene became a massive concern because diseases like tuberculosis and typhoid fever were spreading rapidly in crowded areas. At the famous 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis, ice cream cones exploded in popularity. According to popular stories from the fair, a Syrian waffle seller named Ernest Hamwi supposedly rolled warm waffle pastries into cone shapes to help an ice cream vendor who had run out of bowls. Americans loved the idea instantly. People could now walk through the streets eating ice cream without returning dishes. But city officials quickly noticed another problem: litter everywhere. Melted ice cream dripped across sidewalks, sticky napkins covered the streets, and children threw paper wrappers into roads and trolley tracks. Some health inspectors even warned that cones sold by street vendors might spread germs because many vendors didn't wash their hands properly or store ingredients safely. That's when lawmakers in places like New Jersey began discussing tighter controls on public food sales, including restrictions involving ice cream cones. Now, before we continue, if you enjoy strange American facts like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to OnlyInUS for more unbelievable stories hiding inside America's history. Newspapers at the time published stories claiming certain local officials wanted to limit or discourage eating ice cream cones in public areas because they believed they encouraged unsanitary street behavior. Imagine hearing that sentence today. Unsanitary. Because of ice cream. One story connected to Atlantic City claimed local authorities worried that tourists were leaving beaches and boardwalks covered in sticky trash during summer seasons. And honestly, if you saw thousands of people dropping melted waffle cones onto wooden boardwalks in 1910, you'd probably understand the frustration. But the public thought these ideas were hilarious. People mocked the proposals in newspapers and cartoons. Some journalists even joked that America would soon outlaw happiness itself. The funniest part? Many weird American laws from that era still technically exist today because nobody officially removed them from old legal records. America has had strange laws involving everything from chewing gum to pickles, donkeys, and even bathtub rules. But the ice cream cone story became legendary because it perfectly represents how bizarre local American politics could become during the early 20th century. Today, ice cream cones are one of the biggest symbols of American culture. They're everywhere: baseball games, beaches, amusement parks, road trips, and summer festivals. Americans now eat billions of servings of ice cream every year, which makes the idea of banning ice cream cones sound completely insane. But for a brief moment in history, some officials genuinely thought these sweet little cones were a public danger. And honestly, only in America. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to OnlyInUS and turn on notifications so you never miss the next weird law, strange fact, or unbelievable story from America.